In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, humanity's greatest enemy is not the Xenos horde at the gates or the heretic openly denouncing the Emperor. No, the most terrifying threat is the one you can't see, the one that whispers in the dark, the one that festers within the very heart of the Imperium itself. This is the horror of chaos, corruption, a spiritual sickness so profound that to even comprehend its nature is to risk your own soul. For the average citizen of the Imperium, chaos isn't a concept to be studied. It's a forbidden truth, a cosmic horror so potent that knowledge of it is a death sentence. The Inquisition doesn't take chances. If you learn too much, if you see something you shouldn't have, you become an expendable asset, a loose end to be purged before the contagion can spread. So, what exactly is this corruption? It's not just about a soldier turning traitor or a planetary governor declaring independence. It's far more subtle, far more insidious. Chaos is a sentient, malevolent force, a reflection of the darkest emotions and desires of all living things, festering in a parallel dimension known as the warp. The ruinous Powerscorn, the god of rage and slaughter; Desienge, the god of change and scheming; Nurgle, the god of despair and decay; and Slanesh, the god of excess and pleasure, always watching, always waiting for a crack in the armor of reality. And the Imperium, for all its might, is riddled with cracks. Think of it like this: a hive city, home to billions of souls, crammed into towering spires. The air is thick with pollutants, the water is recycled sludge, and life is a monotonous grind of backbreaking labor. Hope is a currency scarcer than clean water. In this suffocating despair, a seed of Nurgle's influence can take root. It might start small, a strange new sickness in the underhive, one the Medicaid can't explain. The sick don't just die, they find a strange, repulsive joy in their affliction. They start to worship the decay, seeing it as a gift, a release from their miserable lives. They become the grandfather's children. Soon, a hidden cult forms, spreading plague and heresy. And by the time the authorities realize what's happening, it's not a medical crisis, it's a spiritual invasion. Or consider a decorated Astra Militarum general, a hero of a dozen campaigns. He's known for his tactical brilliance and his unyielding aggression. But with every victory, with every enemy slain, a whisper of corn echoes in his mind. More blood. It urges more skulls. He starts taking unnecessary risks, ordering brutal charges just for the thrill of the slaughter. His strategies become less about winning the war and more about maximizing the body count. His own troops begin to fear his bloodlust. He doesn't see himself as a traitor. In his mind, he's just becoming a more effective warrior. But he is no longer fighting for the Emperor. He's feeding the hunger of the blood god, and his command is becoming a warband of berserkers. Corruption is a slow poison, playing on the ambitions and flaws of mortals. An administratum scribe, buried under mountains of nonsensical paperwork, desperate for a promotion, might find himself idly tracing a strange, shifting symbol he saw in a dream. He doesn't know it's a sigil of Zinchi, the architect of fate. Soon, he finds that his paperwork starts organizing itself. Lost documents reappear. His rivals suffer sudden, inexplicable misfortunes. He's promoted, gaining more power, more influence. He believes it's his own cunning, his own newfound luck. He doesn't realize he's become a pawn in a game thousands of years in the making. His every action manipulated to unravel the very fabric of imperial order from within. Even the pursuit of perfection can be a gateway to damnation. An artist on a noble's paradise world, striving to create the ultimate masterpiece, pushes herself to the limits of sensation. She seeks new experiences, new emotions, new extremes to fuel her art. She hears the siren call of Slanesh, the prince of pleasure, promising sensations beyond mortal comprehension. Her art becomes grotesque, yet captivating. Her patrons are drawn in, becoming obsessed, falling into a spiral of hedonism and depravity. The pursuit of beauty becomes a cult of excess, transforming a world of nobles into a court of debased monsters, their souls forfeit for a fleeting moment of perfect, terrible ecstasy. This is the true horror. Chaos doesn't just attack from the outside, it grows from the inside. It exploits the very things that make us human: our ambition, our desire for a better life, our anger, our love, our despair. The ruinous powers have had millennia to plant their seeds. A faulty piece of technology on a forge world might not just be a manufacturing error. It could be the result of a single, corrupted data screed entered 1,000 years ago by a tech priest who felt a deep enchi, designed to cause a catastrophic failure at a precise, critical moment centuries later. A bloodline on a feudal world might carry a hidden genetic marker, a gift from a demonic ancestor, waiting to awaken in a descendant who will one day lead their world into rebellion. The tools of the Imperium itself can become instruments of chaos. A righteous inquisitor, so zealous in his hunt for heretics, might start to enjoy the power he wields, the fear he inspires. He crosses lines, torturing the innocent alongside the guilty, all in the name of purity. He doesn't realize that his righteous fury is being twisted, his soul slowly curdling until he becomes the very thing he swore to destroy. His obsession with order has made him a perfect vessel for the endless, manipulative schemes of Signet. This is why the Imperium is so brutal, so paranoid. The Ordo Hereticus purges entire cities not just for active heresy, but for the potential asterisk for heresy. The slightest deviation from the imperial creed, the smallest unregulated thought, could be a seed of chaos. Every unexpected event, every strange phenomenon, every bit of bad luck is viewed with suspicion. Was that supply shipment's delay a simple logistical error, or was it orchestrated by a cultist to weaken the front line? Was that astropathic message garbled by warp static, or was it subtly altered by a psychic whisper to spread misinformation? In the Imperium, you cannot trust your neighbor, your leader, or even your own thoughts. The enemy is everywhere and nowhere. It wears the face of a friend, a hero, a savior. It promises you everything you've ever wanted: freedom from pain, a release from your toil, the power to achieve your dreams. But the price is always the same: your humanity, your soul, and your eternal damnation. The war against chaos is not a war that can be won with bolters and chainswords alone. It is a war for the very soul of mankind, fought in the silent secret corners of every heart and mind across a million worlds. And it is a war that, for countless souls, is already lost. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the dark corners of the 41st millennium, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. The Emperor protects.